I try to talk and understand, trying to make it work again, but I know you won't call me when you're sober. Instead we'll fight over again about the stupid things you said. Then you'll scream and then I'll say that it's over. Then we'll do it again, it's like there isn't an end. You call and tell me we're friends, then why am I in your bed? And why are you in my head? Hey, I don't mean to offend, why are you calling again? Come on, let's stop with pretend, baby, we're meant to be. Just have what's left of me, I'll take the rest of you. Our love ain't nothing new, but is it love? No clue. This game is meant for two, and we've been playing for so long, I'm not sure what to do. Baby, we're meant to be. Just have what's left of me, I'll take the rest of you. Our love ain't nothing new, but is it love? No clue. This game is meant for two, and we've been playing for so long, I'm not sure what to do. Like what I'm gonna do, cause I'm so in love with you. Now you calling up, asking me if I can come over. Here loving you again, I know we can't be friends. So how the fuck am I ever gonna get closure? I'm not the problem, you are. Every time that you're mad, you go get drunk with your friends.
Welcome to the Hang with Mike and Matt.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, Matt. It's been a while.
It has been a while.
It's King Soto love song
King Soto.
featuring, oh, look at that. Featuring Nell Woods with a Z.
I like it.
Not bad.
Like, for real, the camera work on this, like the music video itself, like these are just like kids doing this. Like, the quality on that?
You can do anything nowadays with an iPhone, man. Probably did it with an iPhone.
I couldn't do that with
I
my
can't. I couldn't do it with.
Oh, man. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you. Who was that again?
King Soto.
Featuring Nell Woods.
Yeah, man. Good stuff. I like
Are they local or are they?
Yeah, so my son helps produce some of his music and co-write some stuff and, you know, handle some of that stuff. And then Soto's local. Yeah, good. He's a good kid, man. Good dudes.
I mean, better than 80% of the stuff on the radio right now. I'm not a big fan of what's going on.
I don't even know what's going on.
It's bad. It's bad.
I've been stuck in this like jazz loop, but
Jazz.
not the classical
Spyro Gyra.
All that like Chris Bodie. I've been just like real chill over the holidays. I'm like, just easy listening to smooth jazz.
No Barbie Girl, no Ice Spice, no Nicki Minaj.
No, I've been trying to avoid it.
Have you heard Barbie Girl?
I don't know.
It's so bad.
Is it the one from the Barbie soundtrack?
Yeah, I believe so.
Then yes, my daughter played it for me.
It's atrocious. It's atrocious.
And it's just a takeoff of the Aqua Barbie Girl song, right? It's got the sample in it?
It's got the sample in it. I can honestly say I have not listened to more than 14 seconds of it.
Did you see Barbie?
On principle. Oh, it's a good question, Matt. By the way,
Is it?
It is. By the way, it's the Hang with Mike and Matt. Took a week off. We're back. Good to see you guys. Saturday night, Saturday, Donna and I, we can never find anything to watch. You know, going through the Netflix, going through the Amazon Prime, and Donna goes, "Why don't we for the hell of it watch the Barbie movie?" And I'm like, "No, it's going to be terrible." She's like, "Well," and I was like, "Yeah, well, maybe let's so we can relate to the rest of society." The movie was a big smash. Let's watch the Barbie movie. So we put on the Barbie movie.
Did you rent it or buy it?
Oh, rented it. I'm not buying it.
Oh, I was going to say, but sometimes the rent versus buy price, you kind of go, I might as well buy it for.
Well, that maybe, but not for this one.
Okay.
I knew I wasn't going to like it enough to want to keep it. And so we're watching it, and it's like the first 10 minutes, I'm just like, this is the worst stuff I've ever seen. The acting of like Ryan Gosling, I want to punch him in the face.
Wow.
It's just terrible.
What a review.
Oh, it was just worse than I could have possibly. And I was like, okay, this is all a setup. I get it. It's a setup. This is all this stupid Barbie crap. They're living in their Barbie world, but it's about to change because she's having dark thoughts and she's coming out of Barbie world. And I said, then it's going to get good.
Right. It got worse?
It was just as bad. The real world was, I mean, they had Will Ferrell, this is the Mattel president, CEO.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, okay, here we go. And he was terrible. It was just as absurd. It's like the real world was also Barbie world to me. It was BS. I hated it. We turned it off after 25 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know why I would think for one iota of a second that you would like that movie. That is such a non-Mike movie.
I like all movies, Matt, if they're just halfway decent.
Okay, let me challenge you then.
Okay.
Seeing that you were hanging out on the couch and scrolling through Netflix and Prime and all these different things, and you couldn't find a thing to watch, so you rented Barbie.
Yes.
Let me go back to my question for you a few weeks ago. Have you seen Wolf of Wall Street yet?
Oh, you know.
God, see, instead of watching Wolf of Wall Street, you rented Barbie.
I know.
You got what you
I
deserved.
get what I deserve, and I will make a solemn oath to you that we will watch The Wolf of Wall Street before the next hang. I guarantee it. Lock it in. Lock it in, because I know it has to be 1,000 times better than Barbie.
Oh my God, it has to be. I didn't see Barbie, but it's got to be.
And I mean, like, I would never have gone to the theater and paid money to see this.
You wouldn't dress up in a pink shirt and shorts and
Donna
all that
Barbie
jazz.
and me and as Ken, well, for my Instagram. I would
do it for the gram.
I would definitely do it for the gram. No, it was really just to prove ourselves right is what it was. It's like, let's see how bad this movie is.
Was it as bad as you thought, or worse than you imagined?
It was worse.
Oh,
I thought there was a chance. I mean, I thought there's like a 10% chance that I'm going to go, what? It's really stupid, but it's kind of good. Garbage.
I mean, Margot Robbie's hot. I don't
Ryan
know if that's
Gosling, and Margot
He's
Robbie,
hot too.
they were both, they played the part physically,
Yeah.
She's got the Barbie, everything, and he's got the Ken with the washboard. Almost think they had to do some makeup on that, because he just you can't go around the whole movie flexing your gut, he had a six pack the entire
nice
movie.
core.
What a big deep six pack.
Well, if you
I think they're putting makeup on there.
Probably. If you think Margot Robbie's hot or your style, Wolf of Wall Street, she's naked in it, and it's a sweet nude scene. So multiple times. So it's a nice little reason to watch Wolf of Wall Street as well.
That's Leonardo DiCaprio, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, I don't know why I keep talking up that movie to you. I mean, it's like 10 years old, but every time it's on, it's one of those movies that you just don't shut off. It's like a Goodfellas or a Casino or anything like that. We just keep watching them.
Like what coming out today? What kind of movies are equivalent to the Wolf of Wall Street, or I'm trying to think
like
of
a classic.
A classic movie. It's like, when's the last classic movie? It's like
the last classic movie. I mean, honestly, the one that comes to mind is Wolf of Wall Street, and that was a decade ago.
That was at least a decade ago.
I mean, I'm sure there's something in the past that a few years, but I'm not going to the theaters. I haven't been to a damn movie theater in years. I couldn't even tell you what the last movie I saw at a theater was. So it couldn't have been that classic for me to want to get up and go to the movie theater for it.
Yeah, we were thinking about going to see something. We said we were going to go see. It was the new Eddie Murphy, 48 Hours. I saw. Oh, actually, I saw.
Really?
I saw it on TV. And 48 Hours. It was really no. Sorry, Beverly Hills Cop.
Okay.
And that was. I don't know if you've seen them. They're probably dated.
No, I remember them. Yeah.
But they were.
Axel. I mean, come on.
Axel
Who doesn't
Foley.
remember Axel?
Axel Foley and so they're showing the previews, and it's got all the old guys, who are the exact same cast. So that's kind of cool seeing them, the exact same cast. But I'm thinking, and it looked all right. And I was like, I'm gonna go to the theater and see it, because I need to get out and go to a movie.
So you were the one.
Then at the end of the trailer, it's like on Netflix, so I don't have to go to the movie. It's a Netflix.
Yeah,
it's a Netflix.
That's.
So I was gonna go.
All the Netflix movies, it's just second tier movies. Like, I haven't seen one on Netflix that you go, oh my God, that was so good and compelling that would have been a blockbuster in the theater. Like, there's almost like a reason why it goes to Netflix. It's kind of like, it's a good movie.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's
not bad.
It's not going to move the needle at the box office.
I think you're getting what you pay for. Netflix isn't going to invest $20 million in all their movies. They're not, or $100 million. They're not going to invest that. So you're going to get. And I was talking to Donna about it. I said, you're getting they're getting this. You got so many apps and all this spread thin, and you're gonna get all this watered down second tier stuff, and you're gonna get used to that. And you don't even know that there's a first tier.
So when something good second tier comes on, you go, wow, that's really good. But that's only because you've been watching third and fourth tier stuff. And then and the first tier is so exclusive. Now, okay, classics, Tropic Thunder. I don't know how old that one is, but that one just stuck in my head as one that I could watch over and over again as a classic that's not terribly old.
The Robert Downey Jr., the whole concept and the character.
Genius.
I mean, that's one of my favorite performances of all time. And it's like, to take that role, it's like, that's ballsy.
It's so good.
And nobody, you'll notice, with all the political correctness and snowflaking and wokeness, nobody says anything about that because they can never say stuff about stuff that is so good that people, you're not going to cancel that movie. People would be like, that would turn people against the woke movement alone.
Yeah,
like they tried to cancel Tropic Thunder.
Dude, Robert Downey Jr. I was listening to, this was years ago when Stern interviewed him, and he was talking about, there was a movie out
Hype
called
Train is closed. Driven Too Far, 27-month subscription. Appreciate it, Driven Too Far. Luis Linares, 39 months. That's deep, Luis. VW Rick, 51 months. Holy crap, that's a long-ass time, VW Rick. Spice Boys Gold Mike Doorstop. That's somebody's name.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what happened?
I mean, that's somebody who obviously did you have a gold mic, or there was some gold mic involved?
I never had a gold mic.
Did he have a gold mic ever?
I don't think so.
I know currently I believe that Dan Diaco has a gold mic.
Why?
I think
an actual gold,
I believe so. It's a word on the street. I don't know. Word on the street. It's Dan Diaco has a gold mic. Psst, hey, did you hear? Hey, my microphone's golden, man. He spreads it around. Yeah, he lets everybody know. Yeah, I think he brings it. He bought his own gold mic. I think.
How much does a gold mic cost? I think I've only seen.
Or maybe
I've only seen one gold mic, and I think it was Seacrest uses a gold mic.
I think there's a couple.
Because I think there was a reason for it. There's some sort of better. I don't know if it's better compression out of it. There's some sort of better condenser in there. I don't.
It's all.
I'm probably buying into the hype.
Well, but maybe there is like a slight difference, but people get gold mic. They get them because they want to say, "Oh, I got a gold mic."
Hold on, a gold microphone. How much do you think a gold mic? What is it? Is it an RE20?
I believe so.
Because that's the only gold mic I've ever seen.
Yeah, I believe so.
All right, so an RE20.
Okay. See, that's been a long time since I priced microphones, Matt.
What are you thinking?
But I'm going to say with inflation, RE20, the industry standard, I'm going to say $400.
Dude, I don't even see a gold RE20 on here. A regular RE20 is about $400 to $450.
So gold.
I mean, there's other gold mics on here for like $1,200. Whatever.
Yeah.
Jesus
gold
Christ.
mics. Gold mic.
That would rip.
I think we need to go and get gold mics. I think that's it's all about the show. It's all about it's all about the image and the gimmicks, and I think we're trying this talent thing, and it's like stupid. You shouldn't try to be talented and funny, entertaining, engaging, and awesome. You should just get in people's faces and
just throw it in there.
Bright lights and woo and more. And we need more. Fuck yeah! It's the hang. Are we fucking hanging? Are we fucking hanging?
Are we good or what?
God, we're the best. Yeah, I think we need about 1,000 times more of that. Is what I think, buddy.
Dude, hold on. I do want. Hang on, let me write a note. All right.
Oh, okay, I got you.
All right, don't read it. All right.
Thank God it's not something that I have to keep secret.
Yeah,
don't even bother with that stuff. Buddy.
But I mean, the thing that we've been going through with, the potential gig. That's
there's a lot. Yeah, I mean,
there's a lot
to digest.
It is a lot to digest.
Also, I like my current lifestyle.
Well, that's the thing.
A
So
lot.
I'll be straight up with you. The note I just wrote him was like, "Hey, don't mention names." Like that's
I'll try
because
not
that's
to.
what you
I'll try not
like
to.
to do. So without mentioning names and stations and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, I'll try real hard.
There is some decisions that are going to have to be made, like
Yeah.
fairly soon.
I thought I was over these time life decisions too, you know? It's like I thought I was over, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot.
It's an interesting proposition, right? You have to admit that.
Oh, well, you know,
It's interesting,
I'm telling you, it's like 30-year-old me jumping right in.
right? Right, I get it.
I like to nap a lot now.
Yeah,
No,
it's
I'm
kind
just
of
kidding.
like
I'm just kidding.
well,
But I'm not actually. No, I like to. When I used to, we'll get right back to this. But when I used to do the old show, if you know, I had the sweetheart deal. 4 hit the door.
Yeah.
I always did my work. I always did my fucking work. But 4 hit the door and home. Fucking hour and a half nap, 5 days a week.
That's pretty awesome. Lucky. Okay, so this would not be that. This would not be that.
Yeah. You know,
Which is kind of the rub, right? Like
yeah, it's the rub.
it could be.
Yeah.
I guess interesting is the best word for it. But
Okay.
but I don't know if that would, because the audience you've built on this and what you're doing, I don't know. Like I don't know if it's something you're really interested in or not. Or maybe this isn't the right thing, or
Yeah, as opposed to what I'm doing now.
yeah.
You know, I think
like
I'll-
we've had a little bit of conversation, but we haven't really. But there is
Yeah.
decisions again that have to be made.
I think, I mean, I don't know if you agree, but I think we would definitely continue to do this in some form, or at least throw bones to this audience still with the hang, you know, just because they're the people that got us, you know, if you know what I mean.
I totally know what you
big. I'm big about loyalty, and not fake loyalty like some people we know.
But I think that's got to be that's sort of that could be a point of contention. I don't know, and I don't know, you know, if you're watching or listening on Twitch or whatever. I mean, anybody in chat, like, would it be interesting to hear this on a different, I don't know, forum, shall we say?
Yeah, I don't know why I wouldn't be
Like,
just as interesting.
would we want to do this for 25 hours a week?
It's so easy. It's so easy. I mean, we did 3 hours, almost 4 hours last time, and that was easy. But you know, we're drinking cocktails, we're hanging.
We'd have to drink cocktails at like 6 a.m.
We see each other once a week. It's like that's like, you know, like nothing.
That's the
Do
thing.
that in my sleep. I don't know, about 5 days a week is a big.
That's the thing
It's
that
a
we've
big
got
effort. It's a big effort. But also, you also have to see, when we do this, we talk basically for 3 hours straight.
Yeah.
We're not taking 6-minute, 8-minute breaks.
Correct.
You know, I mean, we're talking, and we don't have any problem doing it. It just happened to tell, oh shoot, it's an hour, we got to go. Maybe that would be the same vibe.
I don't know. So here's the thing that I didn't tell you.
He's such an ass.
I know. Just because we haven't had a chance to chat about it. This is one of the individuals that they've thrown out.
Gotcha.
Bringing on.
Really?
Deal breaker?
Possibly.
Yeah, I don't know. Tough call.
Oh.
Anyways, we don't. That's a little deep in the weeds for this.
Yeah, but you know, it's interesting. It's kind of cool. You know.
It could be kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, even if you don't do it, it'd still be cool that you got the interest.
Yeah, and if we don't do it, then all right. Well, we'll just
We just hang.
hey, it's all good.
We just hang. I mean, you know, we just hang because we like to hang.
That's what's funny about your whole approach, and to contract negotiations back in the day. And I don't even know if you want to get into this.
No, go ahead.
You would do the move of your deal would be up, and then, there would be no movement or whatever, and you would just go, all right, well, I guess I just won't come here anymore, and that was it. Like, there was no, at least from my perspective and other people that worked around it, it was just like, well, he's just going to leave just like that, like that's it, and you're like, yeah, if they're not going to pay me what I need, then I'm just not going to show up anymore. But it was such a simple negotiation. And then, of course, they had to go into bat for you. And so everybody else was kind of like working behind the scenes. So like going, we really need to get this deal done. He's a big integral part of the show. He's multiple characters. He's doing all this and parodies and bits and all these things. And I don't even know how much you knew about all the negotiations that were going on your behalf.
No.
That's the funniest part about it.
I'd be like, did they get that contract yet, Bubba? Did you negotiate my contract for me, Bubba?
Working on it. And you go, okay, well, I'm just going to go home now.
Yeah, I need to know.
And then last minute, I think it always got done.
It usually did.
It was funny, though. Yeah, your negotiation skills are magical. But honestly, I feel like that's kind of with this thing that we're talking about.
That's it.
It's the same sort of thing. Like,
it's, it's good when you...
Like, how do you put that? Like, how do you... I don't know how to say it.
I don't know how to say it either. So, two guys who talk for a living.
We could, or we could not.
Yeah, I don't know what the French word is for that.
Anyways,
it's a win-win.
Yeah, it's a win-win.
It's as close as I got, man.
Going back to Robert Downey Jr., I apologize.
Oh, dude, is that where we were?
We were on Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
And I was listening to Stern interview him. This is years back or whatever.
Yeah.
And there was a movie. It's a fantastic film. It's called The Judge. And if you've never seen The Judge, I highly recommend it.
Well, it's got to be better than the Barbie
It
movie.
is so much better. But it's Robert Downey Jr. and I can't remember the other old crotchety man's name in it. But during the Howard, and he's a really good role in this, right? He's an attorney. Like it's a really good movie. And during the interview, he's basically saying that he was wearing an earpiece the whole time during the movie, and somebody's feeding him his lines, and then he's acting them out. Forgive me, but doesn't that take away from the whole premise of it? Yeah, he was just regurgitating lines as somebody who's feeding him in his earpiece.
How do you do that, though? Like, I'm trying to think of, like, if, how do you, like, come up with the emotion to just, somebody feeds you a line? Do you think, like, you'd have to second to digest it and figure out how you're going to read it?
Okay, I don't know what's on this piece of paper.
Okay.
Right. But I know that I can tell you to be angry, right?
Uh-huh.
All right, Mike, you're going to be angry. And then you've got an earpiece in, and I'm
angry.
reading this to
you.
you. We thought Chandler had a grabber until today.
We thought Chandler had a grabber until today.
But now we know he overdosed on Special K.
Now we know he overdosed on Special K.
Matthew was high every day.
Matthew was high every goddamn day.
Now he went deep in a cable.
I guess it's not that hard.
No. You could be done with the movie in 90 minutes.
It kind of does take away. There's so, I get, advancements and everything, but there's some things that are just like right to do. You should want to
learn your lines.
Learn your lines and get into your character enough, to spend a little time remembering your lines.
Yeah, it kind of took away the movie. And I watched it again because it's that good of a movie. And I'm going, all right, am I going to be able to notice the earpiece or anything? No, just, with creative editing and everything, you don't know any of that's going on. But the fact that it is kind of sucks. It's like a cheat code.
If I was like acting in a major, motion picture in a very like emotional scene, and I got somebody talking in my ear, it's like that seemed like it would affect my performance, right?
Unless you're Robert Downey Jr. and you're getting paid $20 million a film, and you're not even going to learn your lines. Man. You're just going, somebody read them to me in my earpiece.
Talk about the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
That's a strong negotiation.
And it was a great movie.
A great movie.
So his performance was amazing.
Amazing. Yeah.
And now it wasn't. So it was 100% that he didn't learn his lines. It wasn't that he tried to learn his lines, and that guy was there as a safety net, or was it just there because he didn't even learn his lines? It's a lot of work to learn.
I feel like it's a combination. I feel like it's probably a combo.
And that came straight from the horse's mouth. Right?
If I'm remembering the interview correctly, yeah. Yeah, crazy stuff, man.
I guess that's a talent.
It's something. It's something. So how was that anyway? How was Christmas? What did you
we have not celebrated Christmas yet.
Well, then I apologize for texting you Merry Christmas.
We're pagans. No. Berlin was out of town.
You've got a satanic
I
temple
do.
out
I
back.
satanic temple out back. Berlin was out of town. One of the granddaughters was, with baby mama, and we're like, we'll just wait a week and do it when everybody's here.
Okay.
Because I'm not religious at all, so it means nothing to me. So we'll have
To hold it up another
we're
week.
having Christmas this weekend.
Oh,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
So everybody will be there, and
Yeah.
that's what we're doing.
Like Thanksgiving, I don't know if we talked about this or not, but like, the traditional turkey for Thanksgiving and everything. Like, turkey sucks. Okay? Turkey sucks.
Kind of does.
There's a lot of other good stuff to eat besides turkey, but for some reason they shove turkey down. And on Christmas too. It's like, oh, you have to have turkey.
I could. Yeah, it's kind of a. I mean, I get. I'm not. Tradition is fine with me, and I don't mind doing some traditions. And if tradition is eating the turkey and the stuffing, it's like Donna's a really good cook, and she makes a delicious. I mean, because you smother the turkey in gravy.
Exactly.
And Donna has the best homemade gravy, so it's really enjoyable. But turkey is like very.
There's not a compelling reason to.
There's a reason Donna and I fight over the layer over top of crispy skin because that's the only good part of the bird.
Oh yeah.
It's like once you get done with that, it's just dry. So you got to slather in Donna's famous gravy. That sounded kind of untoward. I don't know.
Donna's famous gravy, slather it up. Dude, I'll give you a sick move. When I used to go to KFC, Kentucky Fried, like literally not a sick move as in like radical. I mean like a gross thing that you'd think I was a psychopath.
Okay.
Like a sick move would be when I'd go to KFC, I'd get the little like 3-piece meal with a biscuit and, mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
And
Good
then
stuff.
I would make what's called a skin biscuit. Now you take the biscuit, all right? Then you
I
take the
even-
fried skin off of the chicken. You wrap it around the biscuit, and then you dip it in the mashed potatoes and gravy, and you're just eating skin.
Crispy fried
skin.
See, what you got to do is first you got to take the skin off. Take all of the skin. I mean, it's like if somebody, like an alien came down and was taking our skin off and then frying, we'd be going, these monsters. What?
It looks psychopathic.
But it's so good.
It was delicious.
Chicken skin. Donna and I were like, that. Why are there no restaurants? I mean, it would be very,
just skin. The House of Skin. What are you trying to?
No, it's an app, buddy.
Oh.
Welcome to Matt's House of Skin.
It's a restaurant that only serves skin.
What do you like? Buffalo skin? We got some special skin in the back that nobody else has ever eaten, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink. Skin, like an app of deep fried chicken skin. I mean, chicken skin is the best thing on earth. It's the best thing. Deep fried chicken skin is like heavenly. And so it's, you got to pay more because you got to kill a lot of chickens just to get your skin.
What a vain concept. They're like, we're going to throw away the rest of the usable bird. Like, forget all the rest of the chicken. We just want the skin, folks.
It's like when they find a dead rhinoceros with just its horn cut off. It's like that. That's the whole deal. It's the whole deal. But, it's so good. But if you had, I'll take the half pound of chicken skin for $24.99. I'll gladly pay it. I'm just oh my God.
You got to try the skin biscuit. Wrap that skin around the biscuit and dip it in mashed potatoes and gravy.
Sounds nasty.
It does sound nasty.
Hey, you want my skin biscuit? I'll give you my skin biscuit. Oh, eat it up.
I'm waiting for. There's gonna be somebody on Twitch who's gonna be like, Matt's skin biscuit is gonna be their screen name or something. I've never told anybody about my skin biscuit before.
Biscuit. Are we? Were we gonna do a Let's Talk Pussy tonight or not?
I don't know. Do you know what?
What? I think
the reactions on that. Like,
I don't. Like that's only on the VIP.
Does anybody? Yeah. Does
it's
anybody
only on
know
the VIP? And I've asked the VIP repeatedly to give me some input about what they like and don't. They're obviously happy with the VIP because they're still on the VIP, but they refuse to communicate with me.
Now, wait, anybody listening to this has no idea what even we're talking about because we just did it for the VIP.
That's true.
So
And we kept it secret.
Super
because
secret.
it's so good.
Except it's on Spotify and TuneIn and all
so we
your
can
other
talk
stuff.
about cats out of the bag.
Yeah.
Oh, so to speak.
It's out of the bag.
It's out of the bag.
If you want to download our exclusive podcast, Let's Talk Pussy.
Let's talk pussy.
It is available on Spotify and everywhere else, I guess. I don't know. I put it up there.
Now, you put it up. You put it up on your channel or the whatever, the Hang channel or whatever it is.
No, it is a completely separate podcast that has nothing. There's
oh,
literally
okay.
no
Okay.
affiliation to us at all.
gotcha.
It just says "Let's Talk Pussy" with Mike and Matt.
And does it have a glorious description of us in the podcast?
Yes.
Oh, should I go to it?
If
you got it, go for it.
I don't. I'll have to. Let me see if I can pull it up. It's such a cheesy, corny graphic on the front of it too. Yeah, we just decided to do it because Mike's a big fan of cats, which I had no idea you were so into cats. That you.
Oh, I've had so many cats.
You were like, let's just do a show about cats.
It's about, as Matt would say, niche. You got to find the right niche.
Niche. I have to find it.
But okay, look, I'm telling you right now, Catitude, we're coming for you. Meowcast, shove it up your ass.
Are there other ones out there?
Yeah, of course.
Oh.
But no, you see, we're better than all of them. I haven't heard these. I'm sure they're just like I was listening to the radio, and iHeart just pimps the podcast like just nonstop. Pimping
Nothing wrong with that.
That's a great marketing strategy. But
It sure is.
And so it was like these two people come on and sound like just average people, and their deal is they are going to review. They have the Glee podcast,
Okay.
and they're gonna. Not the actual Glee, just like they talk about Glee, and they're going to review the last 3 seasons of Glee, and I'm like,
Is Glee still on?
no, no,
Makes it difficult.
and I bet they've got tens, if not hundreds, if not a million people, because all the people that are Glee marks will. They're still trying to hang on to that Glee, even though it's been gone.
In that case, we'll do a Seinfeld one and break down. I know every episode of Seinfeld front to back.
Kayfabe.
Oh. So yeah, okay. So my description.
So basically, we just got to find a niche. Every week, we should try out a new niche.
Well,
and I'm going to say niche because I can't stand saying niche.
I know it's very.
every week, we'll determine a new gimmick.
Well, my friend got in trouble because he was listening to Let's Talk Pussy. His wife saw it, and she was like, "What are you listening?" And he calls me. He goes, "Hey, can you explain this?" So then I had to explain our concept to, maybe
that's not the greatest name.
Oh, dude,
it's a heat getter, or maybe it's the best name.
Wait till you hear how corny my description for Let's Talk Pussy is.
Let's hear.
All right, first of all, it's Let's Talk Pussy with Mike and Matt, and then a hashtag We Love Pussy. Okay. Now, the description on here just says, pussy. Cats, that is. People love cats, and we are no different. We hope you enjoy pussyfooting around with us.
Is that it?
That's it.
But you see,
just real corny description.
That's brilliant because you hook them in with the corn. Because the average person, they wouldn't even understand. They would never tune into Let's Talk Pussy. But you reel them in with the corn, and they go, "Oh, it's a joke," and then they
super corny.
And then you catch them.
Then we catch them.
Catch them.
I'll show you the number of downloads that we had as of yesterday. I think you'll be quite surprised at this. And again, don't give this.
I won't give it away.
This is privileged data.
If I do not give it away, I'll be stone faced. Stone faced.
Show some sort of emotion in this.
Was the words before that? Was that from the last one or the?
Yeah, that was the last.
Okay. I was like,
yeah, you're very.
How do I?
Yeah, that could be confusing.
I'm. There's got to be a way to where you get in with all the people who are, like, is there a cat podcast category where you can post your podcast, something like that, or
kinda.
Maybe,
so you can. There's like there's verticals, right, and then there's sort of sub verticals, but it's not quite that granular and defined.
There's a lot of sales words there.
Corporate talk.
Granular.
A lot of corporate talk from your old boy over here.
I have no idea what any of that meant.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, there is, but there's not. Let's go with that.
There is, but there's not.
See if that's any better of a...
It's got to be. Let's say hi to some of the people on YouTube.
Oh!
What's up, Jared?
Oh, we're live on YouTube. Cool.
We're like Jeremiah Brown, the Tommy Bernhardt podcast, Steve Shanabarger, or Barger. I don't know which one. Jamie V, what's up? Steve Shanabarger. That's a good name right there.
Sounds like a newscaster.
Hey, Steve Shanabarger.
Reporting live.
There's this guy. I can't remember his name. He's on Fox, the big Fox News, Fox National.
Okay.
He's like,
Shepard Smith?
No, but at the end he's like, Fox News.
Yeah, there's certain guys that have a gimmick, and that
I wait for the gimmick
Put it
every
live.
time though. So
Fox
here it comes.
News.
Like,
Yeah.
here it comes.
Yeah, there's local newscasters. I don't really find any of them appealing in the market at all anymore. I feel like they've lost a lot of the, I don't know, the vets, the good stuff.
I agree.
Now they're just bringing in these street reporters that make like $30,000 a year, and they're just like, yeah, I'll go to the scene, and they're reading off their iPad the whole time while they're on camera. They're like, so today 2 people were like, it's literally, there's no effort put into the reporting at all.
I talk about this with Donna because somebody who's been in the broadcast industry, albeit not
journalism,
but not television. It was radio, but still there was always standards. And I watch these things, and I see the bad editing, and I see the mistakes, and all, I'm like, it's like, do they even have they'll play some audio, it'll be like, and you're like, if I had gone to my boss with audio like that, he'd be say, get that out of here. Yeah. It's not legible. It's not audio, but that. So the quality of everything seems to be going way down.
I agree. It is weird. I mean, even if you go back in the day with like the traffic reports, right? Like the traffic guy, Gary McHenry, at the time, he would send down these traffic reports. We would record them. All right. Then we would have to put a sound effect bed underneath of a helicopter to make it seem like he was in this helicopter, mix it down, put it to cart, get it in the studio, all within like, a couple minute time frame to hit our quarter-hour commercial break or whatever. And you had to move quickly with speed, but you had to have good quality and make sure it was mixed down correctly. Because, God forbid, you have the traffic report in the copter, the fake copter. Is louder than the... But there was a standard there that we kind of like kept in place. But these news reports, man, they're all over the place.
They're god-awful.
And not even just local. I mean, even some of the national news now. I'm like,
now you sound like a bunch of old men. Remember when the news was good and they had some quality control? It's like, quality control.
Dude, the worst is watching the news on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day because it's just like all of a sudden the news cycle for some reason just stops. Like there's just no news that happens at all. It's just
no news.
Cats are, up for adoption, and there's people giving out turkeys, and it's all this half hour of feel good stuff. But it's like clearly people are still killing people on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
No,
but for some reason the local news is like nothing to see here. Everything's good.
They don't. I guess they just kill every story because they don't want to bring people down on Christmas.
Yeah,
because it's the same. It's the same. There's like we were watching the news the other day. We're like, there's like I guess it's a slow news day because this is a bunch of bullshit.
Now bring on the Santa tracker, so I can see exactly when Santa's going to leave Belgium and make it here in 3 hours.
Do you think kids still buy that as much as they used to be?
I don't know. I tried to. I mean, my daughter, the jig is up, but I was trying to sell it to her this year. I'm like, hey, Santa tracker's on. She's like, you're Santa. Like, there's no, they're not even like the
She 10? She 10?
Yeah.
See, that's that. I mean, you can't fool them much past 9 or 10.
No.
And nowadays, I can't even imagine you could fool them at all with the internet and everything.
No, exactly. But the Santa tracker, like we were talking about, I mean, to me, to us, I think that's the big lie. Right? The whole Santa, that's the original big lie.
Yeah.
But then the Santa tracker really takes it to another level.
When the government gets when NORAD gets involved.
NORAD is in on it. And all the local weathermen are all like, Santa truck, and they're showing sleigh. How am I supposed to trust this newsman ever again?
It shows like an outline of Santa and reindeer, and it's like, well, every other image on the radar is a blip. You know, I'm supposed to buy.
Except for Santa.
I gotta buy this shit.
NORAD.
The jig is up.
The jig is up.
And then it's like they were interviewing the NORAD like spokesperson on the news, and she is doing a 10-minute spiel about them tracking Santa. I was like, oh my gosh.
You realize there's nukes out there, right? There's weather events happening. There's all kinds of stuff going on.
That's proof that the moon landing is fake. It's all fake. Like they're faking the Santa deal,
bro.
They're in on it.
You know, I ended up in a week ago or something like that. I ended up in Ocala, Florida, which is
not much there.
Not much there, right? I wouldn't. It sounds like a real armpit, right? It doesn't seem like there's. No offense to anybody that lives in Ocala, but I've never been there to be like, oh, let me go vacation in Ocala.
Yeah, I think it's just like a lot of horse farms and open land.
That's what I was going to say. We ended up going to this place called the World Equestrian Center, WEC for short. Dude, this place is amazing. It's like Disney Springs, like literally all the Christmas lights and everything. So I'm going, where did this come from and why is this here? Like it is, I mean, you're talking like stadiums for horse racing, or not horse racing, what are they, horse jumping and...
Equestrian.
Equestrian,
yes.
And it was incredible, like incredible. But the place, I looked up the project online, they have another one in Ohio. $800 million they sunk into this thing. In Ocala.
How long does it take you to make back $1 billion?
I have no idea. They have like 2,200 horse stalls, and they have these events.
Wow,
all the time.
I mean, I knew Ocala was way into horses, but I had no idea.
You didn't know the World Equestrian Center was there, right?
Is it new? Is it relatively new?
It opened up in like 2021, maybe 22.
Yeah. Never heard of it.
It is a trip. I didn't know because like you're a horse guy, so I'm going maybe. Well,
so you're like, Bubba,
you have horses. Don't you say that.
Trying to pigeonhole me as a horse guy.
Sorry, you have horses. You have experience.
Yeah,
in that world.
Little bit. Yeah.
I didn't know if you have a finer appreciation for that sort of thing or not.
No.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know why I would have thought that. I have no idea why I would have thought that.
I'm not a big equestrian guy, but I'm not an equestrian hater. I don't like the thing where they make them go like awkward. Their heads are down and they gotta dance.
It's Snoop Dogg doing a voiceover of that, like he talks to
he was Kevin Hart, I think.
Yeah, they're like
in the Olympics.
Look at that horse, he crip walking.
But I've watched a few. What do they call them? Horse jump competitions in my day. I have to find them
in person.
No, on TV though.
Okay.
I don't like them because it's like figure skating. You're like, she's gonna fall. You're gonna fall. Oh, so you're on the kind of the edge of your seat that the horse is gonna hit those rails the whole time.
Well, like, what's nicer to horses? Is it the equestrian folks?
I would think so.
Or like the horse racing folks? Because I hear differing things on the horse racing.
I can't remember which track, but have you heard about the track in California? I don't know where it is.
Where like 9 of the 12 horses died or something like that over the span of like 3 weeks?
But in the last like 18 to 2 months to 2 years, there's been like 23 dead horses. It's like they're dropping like flies. And it's
Did they get their COVID vaccines?
That's what it is. No, they got to be, shooting them up with steroids, or they got to be giving them drugs. I think drugs are, there's a lot of horses that get disqualified in horse racing because they're drugging the horses.
I did not know that.
It's
real talk. I didn't know that.
I don't think drugging the horse would really be as effective in equestrian. I think they're drugging, the horse. They're giving him some kind of speedball or something to get, before the race.
Well, the race horses, it's a controversial thing because either people go, oh no, those horses are treated better than anything ever, or people are going, oh man, they treat those horses terrible. I don't support that. There's no in the middle of like, maybe they treat them all right.
Well, I think
maybe they're enjoying it.
I think they treat them well. But they dope them up too, you know. And they probably give them steroids, just like anything else. If steroids is going to make you hit 70 home runs, it's also going to make cut, you know, 0.5 seconds off your time.
Well, I wish somebody would feed me good food and shoot me up with steroids.
I know.
I mean,
I'm not saying it's until you drop dead on the track.
Oops.
But other than that, other than dropping dead on the track, which a lot of them did at this, didn't they like move a big race or shut it down or something? I think they may have shut down the whole track. After like the 27th horse, they were like, okay, you know.
Yeah, enough already.
Right.
Yeah, there was something weird that happened. Yeah. I don't know. It seems like I mean, that sperm is worth a mint. That's what I know.
It is.
Like,
I mean, again, then, you know, like if you're, you know, even if they aren't good to you, if you're like a top dog, you know, when you retire, you get to roam around, do nothing, and sire. Or actually, they probably jack you off, and they jack you off.
All good either way.
I think they put them on like a fake horse, and the horse is like, oh,
no
yeah.
way.
It's like a blow-up doll for a horse. It's like a sex doll for a horse.
You got to be kidding.
I'm pretty sure that's what they do.
Can I look that up, or is that something that
you can look it up?
I don't know if I want to look
it
that
up on my
That's
computer.
what I'm saying. I don't know if I want to either, but that does sound interesting.
I think they do. I think, you know, they mount a fake horse.
How?
And they collect the horse semen, the stud semen, which goes for big bucks.
Oh man!
So it's the life.
Yeah, I'm not going to do this.
Yeah, it's we'll just go with it.
Yeah, I'll go with your theory. I was like, how does a horse get? Nah.
Do you remember the guy who died because he let a horse bang him? It was about 10, 15 years ago.
Faintly do, yeah.
I mean, you know, that horse just obliterated his insides. I mean, you know, he was like, oh, he's like, all right, I'm ready. I've been dreaming this day for a long time. And then it was like, and then killed him. Just like, you know.
Yeah, at what point do you go, you know, I shouldn't have started this process?
I think after like the first thrust that you're like, you know.
Oh!
It's like, you know, if it was hitting your heart and you're like, oh my God. What a way to go.
Well, even walking through the...
Good luck trying to get a horse off a guy while, you know, you can't get a horse off a guy.
Bro, even walking through the stalls at that WEC place and you're seeing these horses, you can't help but look down. I mean, especially if you're like, you know, one's kind of walking in front of you, you can't help. It's just natural. I mean, look, when people don't have pants on, I'm naturally going to look down. If it's like, why aren't you wearing pants? Same thing.
Just naturally, like, see how big that horse dick is. It's just the way it is.
Just the way it is.
Just the way it is.
But my God, like you said, if you're in, no way.
You got,
all bad.
I mean,
Ocala, Florida.
I bet, you know, I guarantee you there's a video of that too. I don't think you do that because it might not be a one-man operation.
I don't.
Might, you need somebody to here, you know, you've been, you know, and then here, get the horse, you hit, you know, I don't know if you can just go in a horse's stall and bend down, it's going to walk up. And
Not a one-man band?
Yeah.
Tough call. Yeah. I don't know. Again,
it's a project.
Something that will just have to be us just thinking it may or may not exist and us never actually knowing. Because I ain't looking it up.
Somebody, I mean, he's probably a guy who rents out his horse.
Dude, the horse speaking, well, I don't know. Are you a gambling guy?
I mean, I play like a little fantasy football, and I don't go to the casinos. That's, you know, it's, to me, it's just such a lose-lose. If I was like somewhere and they had a casino, as that was the only thing to do,
yeah, I
would, you know, gamble some chump change, $50 or $100.
Okay, so you need to download that Hard Rock app.
Why?
Because you will be able to gamble from your phone now, being in Florida. It's pretty sweet.
No, I'm not going to. See, I don't.
Come on.
But, like, you know, like I did, there was a bookie when the show first started. Pete had a bookie. And so we were betting football games. You know, this is before, you know, FanDuel and all this. You know, so we had a bookie. And, you know, it's like, you know, $50 or whatever, but 10 if you lose, 10 if you win. You know, still he takes his vig.
Right.
And so I lost, you know, a couple, and I was like $200 in, and I was like, Oh, and I caught myself. I was like, okay, I'm going to bet more this week because, this is obviously these are, and I was like, oh no, I was like, I can't, I just said that quit. It's like, but a normal gambling, I don't find that interesting, but betting on football, I did, so I don't do it because it's
you need to start again.
Addicting.
Yes, it's great. I've never done it before. I've never bet on football. I don't know. I don't really know a bookie. I've never had the opportunity to do it. It's never been legal in Florida. So I think one time I tried to look at a FanDuel or a DraftKings or something like that, but it wouldn't let you bet here because it's in Florida, right? So it just was never available. And then the Hard Rock app becomes legal. So I'm like, all right, let me check it out. My God, I'm hooked. I'm hooked.
Have you been winning money?
I've been winning.
Oh, see.
I doubled my money, and then I had a bet going on the...
no, stop, man.
Yeah, let it ride.
No, man.
Had to let it ride. And I had a $50 bet that would have paid out $7.12. I mean, you got to take those odds, right?
What are you betting on?
What was the game on Christmas night?
Football. Pro football?
Yeah, football.
Pro football.
Yeah, that's all I've done. Although they've got table tennis on there, golf, everything.
Matt.
Come on, you got to...
You can't win.
I'm up. Why am I up? If I can't win, why am I up?
Because you're lucky.
I'm a skilled bettor. Or I'm lucky.
All right, we'll follow this. We'll see.
No, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to tell Trace about it. Trace will do it with me. Trace will download the app and he'll gamble. He'll be a degenerate with me.
He doesn't know a lot about football.
No, either do I. I'm
That's why you're doing okay, because it's a crapshoot.
That's the thing. I'm just looking at the team who the odds are in great favor of me making money. That's all I care about. And if I lose a few bucks, then I lose. But if I win, Mike, my upside is huge. No?
All right. I'll be very curious to see. I mean, you could be a professional gambler and quit all this nonsense.
This lucrative.
Can you imagine if you're that good, you could be a professional gambler?
That would be amazing.
I don't think there's a lot of them.
I mean, somebody's out there making the markers on these, right? All these games, they're constantly changing them throughout the game, and they're shifting the odds. Somebody's got to do that.
It's like my because I have my nephew. One of my nephews, he does that.
He's an odds maker.
He's an odds maker, and I haven't talked to him in a long time, but I want to ask him. It's like if I was,
how do you do that?
If I was the odds maker. I mean, they have it down because they have to.
Yeah.
So or else they'd lose their shirt. They got it down pretty good. So I'd be like, well, why aren't you betting this? Why aren't you just betting this yourself?
Do you think there's some sort of obligation where sort of restriction?
I would think. Don't you think it would be a complete conflict of interest? Or who's regulating these FanDuel's odds makers? I don't think.
Yeah. They would be. Yeah, I don't know, but you're right. I mean, the Pete Rose thing, that's still, to me, I'm still torn on that one, whether Pete Rose should have been allowed to gamble or not, because he says he was only betting on his team to win. And when you put it like that, you go, If in fact he only bet on his team to win, but how are you going to prove it?
You can't prove it.
You can't prove it.
I don't think you can prove it.
So,
but he does seem like the kind of guy that would just bet on his team to win. He's kind of like a maniac,
Yeah, that's
throw
true.
His body around, win at all costs guy. But
until you're the manager and you're going, or I could just put these ass buckets in and lose the game.
Yeah, and when so you're Pete Rose, you only bet on your team to win, and your team ain't winning. And so now you're, $800,000 in the hole, and the guy goes, hey, we can make this go away. You just lose tonight, guaranteed.
You got to throw. I mean, you got to throw that game, right?
But it's hard. Yeah, but it's hard to throw. Baseball is just, you're not calling plays. As a manager, you're just making the lineup.
Yeah, and
so you
yanking a pitcher every now and again.
So it's hard. Yeah, I don't know how you'd throw a game like football beat. You just call shitty plays.
You can call shitty plays, but there's so many variables. I don't know.
There's a lot of variables. See, there was a referee who for the NBA who came on the show and was saying, he kind of
Donahue or something.
Donahue, and he would throw, not the way he would call games could manipulate it, and it's easy to manipulate basketball and football with as a referee, so much easier. Mm-hmm. Guy gets a a 60-yard run, but oh yeah, you saw holding on that play, and that all of a sudden instead of being first down and goal to go, it's first and 20, and the drive never gets going. You've solved it with one flag, and the next other, you can manipulate with a couple flags.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, I don't know how much refs get paid. What do you think an NFL ref is making?
They all have other jobs.
Really?
Yeah, which is surprising. It's kind of ridiculous.
I mean, I guess you're working half the year and half
but
the
still,
year not.
You've got a specific skill set. You're good at what you do. The league makes billions of dollars.
That's
you can't
true.
hire some fucking full-time refs.
And if you hold on now, they make good money. What do you think
well, let's see. I haven't heard in a long time, so I'm thinking probably close to six figures.
Yeah, it says experts put the average NFL ref salary at $205,000.
Why are they working? Then they got no excuse to work another job.
Naturally,
you can't live on $205K.
Yeah, it says naturally more experienced refs on the NFL officiating roster will likely earn more, while new refs could earn much less.
$250,000 for Tommy Barnhart and his big biceps.
This this estimation includes the additional money that is earned per game. So either way, I mean, if you're a ref, you'd really have to have some. Like, that's the thing. If you're getting paid well, then you've got to have some sort of motivation above and beyond for you to get in there and throw a game. So as long as they're getting paid all right.
Yeah, unless they get.
If they're making $30,000 a year, then you got to get in there and throw the games.
Yeah, unless they're gambling and they're in a hole.
I would never do that.
If you're a ref, you're in control. Nobody knows.
Yeah,
and they say they're like, you can call holding on every play. So
I wonder if they how hardcore they vet those refs.
You would think,
like throughout the year, if they're keeping track of.
I think they keep a lot of track.
All their finances and stuff.
Oh, I just meant on their the calls. They definitly know. I don't know if they're allowed. How are they not allowed to keep track of somebody's finances?
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, if you, But furthermore, I don't think I've ever heard of a ref getting fired. It's probably not big headline news, anyways. But I've never really heard of an NFL ref being like, "Oh, this referee got fired because he blew 5 holding calls or something like that." They just kind of get put into other games or shuffled around differently.
Maybe they just don't. Maybe they fire them all the time and nobody cares. I don't know, because I've never heard of a referee ever in my whole life.
Getting fired.
Did you hear the referee got fired? No,
never. You just kind of go, the ref made a bad call, and then the game continues and life moves on. And then if you're a ref, you get fired. What do you do then? You can't. You lost your job at the NFL level. Where do you go from there?
Go back down to college. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
These are high thoughts.
High thoughts. Remember, in the near future, you have to get high while I eat a ribeye steak.
I forgot about that bet. What a scene. I don't know if I can go through with it.
Oh, boo. Oh, well, there may be reasons.
No.
You're just us.
I'm just a puss.
Nancy boy.
Yeah.
You can't get high?
I'm very afraid of what will happen.
What will happen? I got a taser. Don't worry about it. I'll subdue you.
Not in a mania kind of way. I just don't know what I'm going to do or say or how big of a dumbass I'm going to look like. Like you.
We got high. We used to get high. We got high and we went to Peta's and came up with Brokeback Dirt Track Mountain. And you weren't out of control. You weren't saying untoward things.
I know, but we're doing this with no net. We're on live. I don't want to say something that I would regret.
We'll do it on the VIP, and I can. All right, now you got to
delete
the whole thing.
That's a deal.
There we go. See,
that's a done deal.
Yeah, we'll do that.
All right, I agree with that.
Fantastic.
I'm in. Speaking of, I need a cocktail.
What's up, Florida Outdoors? What's up, Scott Shade or Sade?
Great musician.
Joe Lupian. Jimmy V says he was saying something about the VIP is recorded only. I'm not talking about you VIPs chatting. I'm saying I got Facebook. I got Twitch messages, whispers. I got YouTube. I got you through the website. A dozen ways you can contact me, and not.
Isn't that great though? Wouldn't you prefer that, where just nobody bothers you?
I just kind of like a shout out once in a while. Hey, that was good. Thanks for that. That was entertaining.
I don't know. I like the other way better, where you just put stuff up and nobody bothers you about it.
They don't complain, and they're still subscribing. Jamie the plumber. I didn't give you your shout outs last time on Twitch when you were the top cheerer for the Matt and Mike show at like 13,000.
Damn,
so, my bad. I didn't see it.
Now, are you looking at the YouTube
I'm looking
comments right now?
I need to go back to Twitch. It's so confusing.
You got a lot of stuff going on.
Let's see. See, the first time we watched there were 14. Now there's 24.
Hey.
See, doubled it.
Bam.
See, you got to look at that. Doubled.
The growth.
Double.
In the numbers.
Exponential growth, Matt.
Insanity.
Exponential growth. What time is it? How long have we been doing this?
No. 7. They're about an hour.
All right. Definitely. You got to quit after an hour. We should have quit a long time ago. No, we're not quitting. We're going to take a quick break. I'm going to play you since, it's the end of the year. We played it once on Cluster F. The Springsteen I did after I was fired. And we'll be right back with more of The Hang. Let me find it. Be under S. I haven't played it in a couple of years, and it's pretty funny. Actually.
I don't think I've ever heard this one.
And then I'll play later. Maybe we can listen to it. We'll listen to the other one I did. It was this one's only 4.5 minutes. The other one's 8 minutes. I'm so like, the normal Springsteen.
An 8-minute bit is just for revenge. That's just a revenge.
Pretty much. The normal Springsteens were pretty harsh.
Yeah, they were.
It was like, it kind of, there's pressure on me to make it funny and harsh.
Yes.
Because everybody's like, oh, the Springsteen. Oh.
Yeah, people get nervous when it was Springsteen time. And people would be nicer to you also, myself included. I'd be like, hey, man, you want a cookie? Like, I brought these cookies in. You like hoping to get a little reprieve. And then you would just be harsh as everyone. I just gave that dude cookies. And he still did me.
I will actually admit that I kind of took it easy on you.
I completely disagree. I couldn't disagree more. I got in so much shit from my ex-girlfriend over one of the ones that you did because you threw the Akira thing in there.
Oh, okay, never mind. I didn't. I didn't take it easy.
Oh, bro, you thought you took it easy but you don't know the heat I was getting at the house.
I kind of took it easy on you. What's going on? I got
completely disagree. I couldn't disagree
Excellent.
more.
My bad. I was getting ready to hit something. Where'd it go?
Spice is moving on up to the nighttime. Gonna tell the Bubba Army goodbye.
That's when you're leaving.
I do not remember this.
I don't remember what. I think you were just still been there. I don't know whether it was before or after you left. I haven't heard this. I have no idea.
Moving on up to the nighttime. I hope his dreams are pie in the sky.
What a dick.
It's great.
Oh, I honestly, I meant to play this for you like a few weeks ago, but I didn't listen to it. I don't like, I like to just hear it. So I hope I'm not a dick. I hope that's not, that was a dick, but not a big deal.
It's okay.
That's just a rib.
Big Shot Spice owns the kitchen, but he'll never pick up your bill. Now he's on in the nighttime with 3 whole hours to fill. Now he's up in the big leagues. Sure hope he don't fall flat. Hope he gets ratings or he'll be taking a job at the laundromat. Yeah, he's moving on up.
That was kind of a dick.
To the nighttime. He's got big dreams and stars up in his eyes. Sure hope he don't suck in the big time. I'd hate to see him out on his backside.
I don't even remember that.
I don't either. Very good stuff.
I don't remember whether you were there still or out. I can't remember how long it was. Like how long were you there when we knew you were leaving? Like
a week. I think.
Oh, okay. So it was pretty quick.
Yeah, yeah, because they needed an answer for me to make a decision, because otherwise they would have to find another option, right? So
Yeah.
I it was, I waited till like the last minute and finally was like, okay. And then of course Bean helped work my deal. Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah.
For free. For free.
Don't get me started.
I'm like, Tom, fucking undercut that bitch. Undercut that bitch. He's looking for the opportunity. Okay, lowball him. Lowball him, Tom.
I don't even want to get into it. I don't even want to get into it. I don't. I mean, I do, but I don't.
All righty. Thanks for tuning in to Mike and Matt. We're not
wait,
leaving.
that's it? No,
No,
okay.
we're just going to go get new cocktails.
Oh, okay.
I got to
great.
pee, and we got to get new cocktails.
Perfect.
And here's a Springsteen 2019. We'll be right back. Oh, man. You hear that? Sleigh bells. Sleigh bells. That means it's Christmas time. Christmas at the B. At the B. Where is everybody? Hello? Hello? What's up? Trace, my main man. What happened here? It's like a ghost town.
I don't know, it's Christmas, so I decided to come by and give these guys some pops.
Oh man, that's real nice of you, Trace. Rumor has it, they haven't had a pop around here in months.
Oh well, I'll just leave this air freshener here.
Air freshener? What for?
That webcam girl got all the microphones smelling like shit with her ATM breath.
Oh man, I guess nobody wants to listen to a fat, washed up, sexually deviant narcissist, even if he does have a girl who puts things in her mouth that were only moments ago inside her rectum. Oh man. Oh man, Santa, what's up? I guess you didn't hear. This place is out of business and out of gas.
I know. I was just bringing that ATM girl a toothbrush. Her breath smells like Blitzen's asshole.
Oh man, stank. What the hell? What is that? Ned, brother, what are you doing here?
Well, I was gonna go dumpster diving, but there's nothing in here but 2 dead goats.
2 dead goats?
Yep, 2 murdered goats thrown away like so much trash. And some kind of electronic devices that look like they were used to, I don't know, cheat on the Nielsen ratings or something.
Ned, what do you want for Christmas?
I don't know, can I have these 2 goats?
I guess so.
Can I fuck them?
Oh man, they were fucked as soon as they came to this shithole, Ned. Go ahead.
Oh, good one.
Hey Santa, can I get some presents?
Trace, of course.
Oh man, he's digging deeper than Hulk Hogan in his best friend's wife's snack.
Here you go, Trace.
It's just a phone number.
It's my lawyer. He specializes in cases where your asshole employer assaults you with a deadly weapon.
Like a blow dart?
A blow dart? That won't even go to trial. Buy me a kilo of medical with your winnings.
Thank you, Santa.
Oh man, it's Manson. Manson, what are you doing here?
I come here every Christmas, and I lay a wreath at the grave of the best radio show ever.
Oh man, you must be talking about Clusterfuck. That show's the fucking bomb.
I prefer Ned after daybreak.
Don't forget Outlandish Radio with Trace and Joe.
Damn it, I gotta go. Scott Farrell's been fucking stalking me for weeks.
Manson,
Tell him I wasn't
tell
here.
the story. I'm just a huge fan.
Gotta go, Scott.
He's the king.
See you, Manson? Oh well, Santa, I guess there's no reason to hang around here.
But what do I do with these?
What are they?
Well, let me see. There's low-watt AM stations, low-coverage AMs, FM repeaters. Pay for PlayStations.
Oh man, that's okay, Santa. They've already got plenty of those. Oh man, it's Donna. Donna, what are you doing here?
She came to fuck me. I hear she likes repulsive fat slobs whose pubic fat pads make their penises look 2 inches long.
Fake news, Santa. Don't believe everything you hear on radio stations that cover 1/20th of Orlando. I'm a one-man woman. Now hit the music. This place is depressing as shit.
I've got $20 and a magic butter machine.
That'll get you a handy.
Oh, you hear that, Santa? A handy from Donna. What? What do you want, Santa?
Oh, Santa says he'll throw in a firehouse sub for Roadhead in his slang. What was that, Donna? Whoa.
Firehouse.
Oh, man. Donna says you can put it in her ass for a firehouse sub.
Oh, it's a deal, man.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Oh, man. Ned, you know what those sleigh bells mean?
Garnet's doing reverse reindeer, and I'm packing her like a snowball. Oh, God.
Oh, man, come on, Ned. It's Christmas. Why you gotta be so nasty?
The virgin birth gets me hot.
Hot? What the fuck?
Well, come on. Mary got pregnant by an angel while Joseph peeked through a crack in his mud hut and jacked off. And don't get me started on the donkey in the stall. Oh, God.
Oh, man, speaking of perverted weirdos, it's Fweet. Fweet, come on over here. Oh, man, you tough to buy for, Fweet. Let's see what we got here. Oh, boy, it's a couple of PPMs or people meters. You know, the things that you use to cheat on the ratings because deep down you don't believe in yourself, so you have to cheat and lie.
Oh, this went into the second one. I thought I was getting ready to do the introduction music.
That's stiff.
That's it. I think the intro to this one is really stiff. So let's go ahead and start from square one.
Oh, man, Ned, you know what those sleigh bells mean?
Garnet's doing reverse reindeer, and I'm packing her like a snowball. Oh, God.
Oh, man, come on, Ned. It's Christmas. Why you gotta be so nasty? Christmas.
The virgin birth gets me hot.
Hot? What the fuck?
Well, come on. Mary got pregnant by an angel while Joseph peeked through a crack in his mud hut and jacked off. And don't get me started on the donkey in the stall. Oh, God.
Oh, man, speaking of perverted weirdos, it's Fweet. Fweet, come on over here. Oh, man, you tough to buy for, Fweet. Let's see what we got here. Oh, boy, it's a couple of PPMs or people meters. You know, the things that you use to cheat on the ratings because deep down you don't believe in yourself, so you have to cheat and lie constantly, even when it's not necessary. So
Oh, that's pretty good psychoanalysis.
Is
right
this
there.
while you were working there, or is this after you?
No, this is
Okay.
This is after.
Okay.
As you can see,
Just making sure.
I mean, it would have been pretty close to this anyway, but I think I turned up the heat a little bit on this. I psychoanalyze him. You don't believe in yourself? You gotta lie and cheat.
guess you already got a couple of those, huh? Hey, wait, let's check for something else. Oh, man, look at this. A complete home film studio where you can record that next stripper/beard you call a girlfriend having sex with a cable guy. And we're not done.
/beard.
An industrial DVD burner so you can have a bunch of hard copies haphazardly lying around for people to stumble upon.
Almost like you wanted people to find them.
Oh, man, we gotta get something. Let's see what we got here, Fweet. Oh, looky here. How about a couple of brand new co-hosts? Yeah, man, you're gonna love it. You can put them over like $1 million on the air and then create troll accounts and talk mad shit about them behind their backs because you secretly hate them. But you can't say it because you can't afford to lose another co-host after your brilliant move to hire a webcam size queen totally backfired. So you lay it on thick in front of them, but behind their backs, you're trashing them like a motherfucker. Just like you used to say 25 was your boy, and then call them a racial slur I can't even repeat here at the North Pole.
Oh, it's a show. I mean, you probably see. I only had individual experiences. I'm sure you had the same experiences where you'd be in the kitchen and go, "That dumb, bah, bah,
oh my God,
that stupid, bah, bah. Stupid, bah, bah."
Stories for another time.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, what was right before that? I forget.
Web Queen.
It was right before that. I'm sorry, I got to go back.
There, and then create troll accounts and talk.
Oh, he did that shit.
Did what?
I'm so stupid. He would create accounts and talk bad about you on social media during the show. I was always like, you need to not. Why do you have your phone in here? You're hosting a show. You don't need all these people Gary Coxing you while you're on the air. You need, and he always had his phone in there. It's like, because he's trolling everybody behind their backs live on the show. That's definitely what he was doing.
Wow.
Tuttle do a podcast, and he'll trash your co-host and say all those hateful things you want to say about them.
He did that. That was after you left. And then Tuttle left, and then I left, and then he would have Tuttle like do a YouTube deal and talk about his current co-host, because he'd use people like that as a mouthpiece, to say what he wanted to say but couldn't say. So he's always had somebody who could speak his mind for him, you know, or he would do it himself anonymously. That's a weird thing to do. Fucking, that's fucked up. That's fucked up.
But don't have the balls.
Oh man, that's a good one, Santa. Maybe throw in some fake emails telling himself how fucking cool he is. Oh, I got one. It's a set of 1,000.
The fake emails. Every day.
Which synthetic, James from Brandon, which synthetic motor oil would you recommend for my 1998 Honda? There's only one motor oil. Come on, bro.
Not even believable.
Enough.
Not even believable.
Ridiculous.
Poor me, I'm the victim cards.
He'll use those in a week.
Oh man, this is too easy. I can't stop.
This guy's a joke.
Okay, come on, Santa. It's Christmas. Maybe we should be nice. Let's get serious, Santa. How about this one? I got the home edition of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? And then blow it all by being a complete idiot. I can't stop, Santa. Help me.
I know, Sweet. How about we send all your bosses boxes of chocolate dicks and a note telling them to fuck off?
New from Hasbro. It's the lifelike Burn Your Bridges playset.
How about we give
I just laid it on.
him some prosthetic toes since he shot himself in the...
Prosthetic toes since he shot himself in. Prosthetic toes. Prosthetic toes. I missed that
I feel
one.
like this one only took you like 2 minutes to come up with, too, because it's just
I was like
stream of
I
consciousness.
could barely keep up with the pen.
What? 50 fucking times!
Oh, man. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, wait. Sweet. Oh, here come the crocodile tears, Santa.
Maybe we should get him some acting lessons.
The woe is me.
The woe is me.
Oh, wait, Santa. I finally got it. How about a shout-out from Manson during the Springsteen bit?
A shout out?
Yeah, since Fleet is obsessed with Manson and watches everything he does incessantly and has his little troll bitches watch it and monitor it
It was a stream. It was a stream of consciousness.
Big time.
and report back to him like some kind of pathetic lapdogs. Hey, Manson, would you do a shout-out to Fleet?
My pleasure. Hey, Fleet, thanks for running me off. Now I don't have to pretend to believe your lies every day. And I just wanted to let you know that every time you pulled me aside and looked me in the eye and told me your preposterous bullshit, I knew it was a complete fucking lie. You sad, pathetic person. Is that a good shout-out?
Oh, man, probably the nicest thing anybody ever said to him, Manson.
Oh, okay.
You know, you never did stoop to the level of putting yourself on Cameo, did you?
No.
All right, good.
I should have.
No. Ned could put himself on Cameo.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
That's actually probably not
Probably a good idea.
not bad.
Ned
but
Cameo.
Like, remember, like Brent put himself on Cameo. I was like, ew. Like just because Cameo's there doesn't mean everybody should be on it. You know, have a little self-awareness. Don't do that.
He
Just on a side note, I don't even know what made me think of that.
he like just gave up on any credibility or trying to be an entertainer at all and went straight to like gutter porn.
Like the lowest of the
lowest
level.
you know, like just you know, your wife's blowing 3 guys for a free hotel room or some kind of shit like that. I don't know, man.
So we could stay here?
I'll watch in the corner.
As long as you let me stay here.
I got camera 2.
I'll be in the cuck chair.
Cuck chair.
It's always great. I prefer, like every time I look at a chair in a hotel room or like even my master bedroom at the house, like, I don't even want a chair in my master bedroom at all because it gives the perception of some sort of cuck chair.
Chair.
Like even if it's, some people, they'll have a chair in their bedroom and they actually do read a book or they have their sip of coffee or something like that. Whenever I look at somebody with a chair in their room, I'm like, cuck chair. And I don't want any
cuck chair.
Yeah.
You should write that on the in Sharpie in the hotel room.
It's cuck chair.
The maid might miss it, and then the next people get to see. Especially when the guy's sitting there watching. Cuck chair.
Cuck chair. Oh my God. Sorry.
I was chainsawing before you got here.
It was dark. I got here.
No, I mean before you got here.
Okay, like not as I pulled.
All day long.
Okay. All right.
So we're having like a Christmas. So we're having a Christmas bonfire since we're doing it a week late.
Yeah.
And so I'm getting, I'm chainsawing some pine tree logs. We got a couple fallen trees down there. So I'm just, I'm not cutting down trees. I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not qualified to cut down large pine trees. And man, after like half an hour, I'm like, oh my God.
Labor intensive?
These tree trimmers, I got a whole new respect for them. And, you think you just, it's like butter. It's like, I think that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work.
It is. But at least you have the logs to set a fire. Like I've kind of cut down all my trees that I can to use for wood.
Oh, we got a lot of wood. I can give you some wood.
Please do, because now I got to go to Publix and buy it. And I'm going. Now I'm spending $10 to start a fire, and then I have to buy the starter logs because I don't want to take any chances. I don't want to be out there trying to start a fire for an hour. Like I want the fire starter where I can go. This fire is going to be bright in about 5 minutes time. We'll be good. How do you do it? Are you actually good at starting the fire?
No, hopefully Donna's not listening, because I've almost blown myself up 7 times because I use gasoline.
Oh my God! No, you're not supposed to do that, are you?
And
I don't just know.
So I was just over there today. We have a big old pile, and that's not what I want for the bonfires. This giant, Alabama, no, what is it? Texas A&M bonfire.
Okay.
So I was
like Burning Man.
I'm burning that down, and then we're gonna build a nice fire. And so I poured the gasoline. Didn't think I poured too much, And I'm like, Donna's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm lining it with gasoline." She's like, "Well, you better be careful." I was like, it's like, "Bam!"
Anybody that pours gasoline on something and then lights a match and throws it in looks like a psycho. It just the appearance of it just looks psychotic because you don't know.
It's so much fun,
but you don't really know how much.
The initial is so cool.
Oh my God! So you don't use starter logs ever?
No, gasoline. That thing burned like a mofo in no time flat.
I didn't even think of using gasoline.
You got to be careful though. Do as I say, not as I do. You got to be careful with that gasoline.
And I'll mess it up. Yeah, I'm sticking. I'm sticking to the starter logs. But the gasoline. So you're gonna do do you have like a fire pit?
No,
designated?
we got a big old circle of concrete blocks and stones.
Yep.
Over there in the pasture, and we got a bunch of logs and brush, and we're gonna have us a bonfire. It's gonna be cold Saturday night, so we're gonna.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man,
45 degrees.
Looks like I'll be having to go to Publix and purchase myself some more logs.
Starter logs
to start a fire with.
I'll have 3 starter logs, ma'am, because gasoline intimidates me.
Can I also grab a couple bags of logs also, because I don't know how to go to the woods and chop any down myself.
Some lighter fluid as well.
Yeah, Donna's out there. She's got a chainsaw out there. It's like a mini chainsaw. Is that what you were using?
No.
Okay.
She was using that, and I only have a 16-incher. So going through those pine logs was like laborious.
Yeah. It is pretty
I hate
labor intensive.
It's because you got to be careful. The chain will come off, and that's a big pain in the ass. And the chain comes off 2 or 3 times every time.
Yep.
So.
Well, that's what I was telling your wife. I said my chain came off on mine, and I was like, couldn't figure out. I go, well, I guess the chainsaw's broken. I guess that's it for this chainsaw.
See, I can put the chain back on, but when like today the chain come off fine after like 45 minutes came off, I went, well, that's enough logs. That's enough logs for today. That'll have to do.
I did a fire earlier this week, right? Like early morning. It was like 6 a.m. I'm like, let me get up. I haven't really got up and actually did like a morning bonfire, right? Fire pit kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let me start a morning fire. And so the family came out. We had everybody wakes up and
Nice
having
little,
coffee out
nice
there.
little morning fire.
Right.
Fire. Just staring into a fire is awesome.
It was lovely. And then, my wife is like talking to her parents and she's like, yeah, we had a fire. And father-in-law's like, well, who did the fire? Like, well, Matt did. He did. Like that surprise. Like, he's not a man. We didn't know he could do that. When did he start doing man stuff?
Oh, wow, you're like me.
Totally.
I am viewed as such a non-man around here. I'm ridiculed for my non-manness repeatedly.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm good at a lot of things. I'm just not like.
I know my limitations. And I know if we, not me, you, both of us, we, collective, know that we can't do something or accomplish it and have it work, why try it?
Because I can't. It's not like
it's not going to go great.
I could, you could put me like in a room with a certain, mechanical puzzle.
Yep.
For all eternity, and I would never solve it. I just don't have that in my brain.
Same. We did an escape room about a year and a half ago. I would still be in that escape room to this day if it hadn't been for the other people. I would have. I'm looking at the clues. I'm like, how did you even figure that was up there? Like, I would still be in the room. There's no doubt in my mind. I have terrible at that stuff.
I have, I'm a good athlete. I'm a provider.
And an even better man.
I clean litter boxes, but I don't do anything mechanical, and I can't learn. It's like not in here. It's not in here.
What do they make fun of you for?
That mainly, like, if you would interview the people in this family about me, instead of like an amazing, talented person who, provided for his family,
right,
in the house they're living on, they would
all
say,
that goes to the wayside.
I'm a complete jackass. I'm the biggest jackass that ever lived in all of humanity in history.
But because why? Because you can't set a fire with.
Because I can't, I don't know.
The basic stuff that a man is supposed to traditionally know how to do.
Yeah, it's like Donna does a lot of the man stuff around here. Like, somebody's window broke in their car. She YouTubed how to replace a window. I was like, man, I'd have been out there for 7 years trying to replace a window. I couldn't do it, and I would be crying because I just can't do that shit.
I'm always of the mindset.
Most people can't write a parody song, though, can they?
Exactly. We've all got our things. And that's why when something breaks or like the air conditioner breaks, it's like, oh, well, just check this float valve and do this. And I'm like, I can. And I will, but don't expect it to get fixed.
It's not going to get fixed.
And secondly, that's why there's people that specialize in AC repair. Like, that's what they do.
Yeah, they're good at it. They know their shit.
Send them some work. That's what they know how to do.
But they start young around here. The other day, we have a garbage can where you press the pedal and the lid comes up. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times the lid will come off and you have to reattach it in a certain way. And Donna's told me about 50 times how to reattach it, and I can't reattach it. And so I'm in the kitchen with Donna, and my 7-year-old granddaughter's behind me, and it comes off. And so I get the lid and I start to put it on, and she goes, "Come on, Pop, you can do it." And in such a condescending way. And so she's already joined them. She's one of them now.
I was trimming my trees. This is about 6 months ago, and I had to go to the store and buy one of those long tree trimmers, not the electronic ones, right? Not electronic, not the
name electronic trimmer.
Electronic
for the laser beams.
Just a regular tree, like a little saw, right? A little curved saw on the end,
on a long pole.
On a long pole.
Yeah, like that's so you
like a sickle.
You trim the palm fronds off with.
Exactly. So there I am. I'm trimming palm frond. I call it Trim Fest because about twice a year I have to spend about 2 weeks.
Oh, that's a lot of trimming.
It's a lot of trimming, but it's cheaper for me to attempt to do it myself. So it's just affectionately called Trim Fest. So there I am. I'm trimming. I'm doing all right. I'm like, oh, this is pretty great. I'm moving along, and then I get a really high one, and the thing gets stuck. I tried a thick log up there, like a thick branch, and the thing got stuck, and it's hanging there. And I'm like, well, that's it for this. My day's cut short.
See,
and it hung there like overnight before I had to go like get a big ladder and then try to reach up and then
I was gonna
swing
say
it out.
I would have just doused it in gasoline and set it on fire.
The sickle never existed. Yeah.
But I'm not a total boob. It's like I can,
Boob, great word. That's a great word for it. Just a boob.
I chainsawed a lot of stuff today, and I did it fairly effectively.
It is nice when you do accomplish something.
Okay, so I go out to get my chainsaw today, and I realized to chains off because that's always when I quit chainsawing.
Exactly.
And I'm like, I gotta put the chain on. So I put the chain on, and it won't go on. And I was like, I realized that I'd bent some of the things, so that chain's not going to go on. I was like, I got to go buy a new chain.
That's like $40.
So I go head off to Ace Hardware and get the new chain. And I put it on, this hour after I was supposed to start chainsawing. And I start chainsawing, and I was like, man, this guy sold me the wrong chain. It's doing nothing but smoking. It's smoking on this. I was like, this is just smoking on this thing. And I go to Don. I go to Don and go, he sold me the wrong chainsaw blade. What do you call it? Chain. You call it chainsaw chain. And she's like, did you put it on the right way? And I was like, what? You put it on the right way?
My answer was, put it on the wrong way. I did the same exact thing.
Totally backwards. And I didn't even think about it. I got it out of the package. Put it on. Because obviously it's just a blade that you put on.
Yes.
Put it on backwards.
I did literally the same exact thing. Literally. But my father-in-law came over and just did it in front of me where he took it off and looked at me and did like that thing like, you put it on the wrong way, son. And then fixed it like in front of you where...
Yeah.
And he didn't make me feel like an asshole about it, which he very well could have, right? But I knew. He didn't have to say anything. I disappointed.
That's that's a bad father-in-law moment.
But it was great on him because, again, he could have really made me seem...
Yeah. So he was cool. He's cool.
He was cool about it, but I knew. Deep down, I was like, this is not a good look for me. This is not good. I'm 44 years old. It's not going to get any better.
No, it's not good.
It's not like one day I'm going to wake up and go,
you
gotta do this now.
You got to do something really manly to recover from that.
I'm going to chop my arm off.
Hey, father-in-law, chop your pinky off. Look, hey, watch this. I'm a man.
I was fixing the garbage disposal and hand slipped in there. Pinky's gone. What do you think of this?
My man now. At one time,
garbage disposal scared the shit out of me.
There was when we'd put the addition on, we were going to have a door that went into Berlin's room. Then Donna decided she didn't want to have a door, but they'd already put the door in,
Yeah.
And so, not the door, but just the frame in.
Yeah.
And so, we had to drywall it up. But this was after drywallers were long gone. And so she got my friend Brandon to come over and drywall it for me on a Friday night. And so
because you're not going to do it.
I'm not. It looked preposterous. The resale value of the house would have gone down $10,000 immediately. And so I'm sitting there handing him, Miller Lights and talking to him while he fucking drywalls out.
Can I get you another drink?
And this is the most emasculating thing in my lifetime. It's just so emasculating. I hated it.
Bro, my old house, my father-in-law, God bless him, he took our third car garage, right? It's it was like a single car garage, and walled in for my birthday.
Wow.
Built out a home studio for me.
Nice.
Right?
Nice.
Really cool stuff.
That's a cool gift.
It was great. And It was awesome. And then
did they propofol you for like a month while he was doing it?
It took him like a day and a half. That was the best part. Like, I'm like, whoa. Like, I went to work, I came home, and there's a new. And so then a short time later, I had to go up in the attic, and it was above the attic access. So I'm up in the attic because I had to get something down or whatever. And I'm
no.
Foot stepping around. Next thing you know, my leg right through the ceiling.
Were you walking on the drywall?
I was apparently walking on the drywall. Yes, I was unaware.
Walk on the beams.
I didn't realize that I was not. So now my leg is halfway through, and I'm going. I can't tell anybody about. I can't. This is going to make me seem terrible because now what do? Now I got a big hole in the ceiling. Of my
your foot's dangling in the garage. You're holding a chainsaw with a blade on backwards,
with no pinky.
You're wearing your wife's underwear. How do you come back from that?
I'll tell you what I did. I had all this soundproofing in my studio, and I took a couple pieces and I glued it to the ceiling to cover up the hole in the ceiling.
Do what you got to do.
Because I was like, I don't have the heart to tell anybody this.
It's soundproofing.
Yeah, I'm like, it's just there.
It's bouncing off the wall, so you need to soundproof it a little bit.
Yeah, not the. I totally respect everybody that knows a trade. Completely, 110%. Anybody that knows a trade, they to me are way cooler than any attorney, any architect, most professions. A tradesman is like a god to me.
It's like, there's like someone who can do stuff like that. Like, when we put on the edition, like the carpenter, is that what they call him? The carpenter, the guy who was, it's like the things he did.
I act like I know, but I don't know. Carpenter.
The things he did, it's like, man, that's art. That's a talent, but it's not regarded as a talent.
Exactly.
And it's like, it's ridiculous that it's not regarded as just as valuable. Like being a comedian is a talent. There's a form of genius in, like, you can be a mechanical genius. You can be, an artistic genius. You can be a comedic genius, but they're not really a lot of times regarded, nobody, when you're growing up, it's not.
It's completely true. It's not looked at as favorable. And then like, even down to landscapers. Like you look at some of this, a couple houses got built close to us and we're watching all this stuff go down, all the construction and everything. And then they put the landscaping in. And it looks like $1 million now, like just from what they did with the landscaping. And I'm going, somebody still had to map that out. There's a lot of stuff that goes in it. Like people just go, landscaping, like whatever. It's like, no, there's an art to that. Like that's no different than any other art. At least that's my opinion.
If someone came to you, probably you or I, and they said, here is $75,000, go to the nursery and make this lawn look spectacular. It would look ridiculous when I was done. I had no idea what I was doing. Like, I would not be able to, and
we could pick out some stuff.
I'd say there's some pretty plants. I don't know how to arrange them to make it look like wow, because you drive by some lawns and you're like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I'm not that guy. I got dollar weeds. It's my
wow.
I don't care. I don't care about my lawn, but I can appreciate somebody who's got a nice lawn and go, wow, that landscaping is spectacular.
Yeah,
I couldn't do it though.
Same. Do it. And like learning about like the seasonality of the plants and why this one should go here because this one's going to get sun and the sun comes from here and all the stuff that I wouldn't even think of. All my shit would be dead within like 6 months.
There's many forms of genius, and then I think society should. I'm trying to think of other gene, but there's
we put these certain folks on pedestals in life, and you don't really know why. It's maybe because there's a few million people that are plumbers out there, and there's only, a couple thousand that are football players or whatever. But that's all. What's the difference? If they were to really make plumbing a sport, right?
I'm surprised they don't have a plumb off,
like
a big
real
plumbing competition.
Like if they were really like take it seriously, I mean, look,
that's the new
slapping
the
people.
new reality show, the plumb off. It's like if fixing that pipe is fast. They can make it. You can make it that entertaining.
Anything you hype up enough and build something around.
Look at that Lego show. I don't
Right?
watch it, but I've definitely seen the promos for the Lego show, and it's like, so they can make Legos prime time entertainment. I'm sure they could do plumbing.
Absolutely. And then, but really, you could make the argument that there's something there. It just would have to form some sort of national plumbing league, and then build the hype around Jim the plumber versus Jake the plumber, and you could really build something around it. But my point is, they're not regarded as that, even though they have a pretty strong skill set in their own right.
Yeah. But I mean, there is nothing wrong with if you are an elite athlete, an elite, singer, an elite something else artist, you should get rewarded, because
That's true.
You can be a great plumber, and then maybe there's only a few genius plumbers. There's very few. If you're a genius, you should be able to profit from that genius.
How do you stand out as a plumber? Right? How do you know? You're just calling. How do you even get to the top of the plumbing ladder?
You plumb like nobody else, man.
Right? Like, how do you prove that you've done a great job? Because every plumber you call, they'll tell you something different. They're like, oh, well, yeah, they don't know what they're talking about. This is what's wrong, and then they'll do something, and then that doesn't work, and then you call another. They didn't know what they're doing. It's like the cable guy. Like
we had a bad plumber for the addition.
What they do wrong?
It wasn't anything major. Just some some hots are cold, and some things have broken, and I can't remember them, but all the time when anything happens, we'll curse his name in this house. We'll curse his name.
And if you were a real man, you would know how to reverse them.
Oh, you're going to put me in charge of something that could leak?
Right?
No. Never. Yeah, I can't do it. I mean, there's something in your brain. Like I say, most people can't write a parody song but to me, it's like a piece of cake.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for you, it's a piece of cake to change the transmission. To me, it's like some kind of Einsteinian equation. I could never figure it out.
Bro, auto mechanic, forget about it. I don't even know where to begin. Like, how do you even start that? Doesn't make any sense. And they used to have auto mechanic as a class in high school.
Sure.
And then they took that out as an elective, which I wasn't going to take it to begin with, chances are, but I appreciated the fact that it was there.
Why is
and then all of a sudden they took it away.
Me and Donna talk about this all the time. They don't want this to be a good education system. It's so obvious that you and I, me and Don, you can solve it in like 10 minutes. It's like, of course it should be shop. You take children and for the first 6 years you teach them reading, writing, and arithmetic.
Right.
And at age 12, you start figuring out what they want to do. You try to figure out what their proclivities are. These kids that can't learn in the classroom are making C's. Well, maybe they just need to work with their hands. And you funnel kids into what they're interested in.
Yes.
And they become successful and they go into trades instead of going to college, which for some people is a complete waste of time.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't. So how obvious is that? And we don't try to solve it. We don't try at all.
And we never teach financial literacy. I know it's a topic that's hot right now, and a lot of people discuss it and everything.
But still ain't teaching
Jesus
it.
Jesus Christ, it really is a skill set that you need, and then but instead they don't teach you anything, and then they talk you into becoming in debt from taking out student loans that you will never repay, that you will never be able to get off your balance sheet essentially, and you're like toast before you even start. Like you're done before you even began, and that sucks.
And it's not a byproduct. This was intentional.
Oh yeah,
it's you'll get your $30,000 student loan for the year, and then you'll walk to registration and be hit by 17 credit card booths giving you a free a credit card that you can jack up because you don't have any money. And it's like I can't even imagine starting out life in debt like $60,000 or $70,000 as a 23-year-old. I would never recover from that.
Yeah,
you can't. You're when you're just starting out and they're just putting this big debt over your head. I don't know how you ever recover from that.
And then even your books. You have to buy at the bookstore.
Oh, it's obscene.
Like,
it's
what
obscene.
are you doing here?
It's a racket. I mean, it's a proven racket. Nothing ever happens to things that are racket. But when I was going to college, it was like my tuition was like $300 for a semester, and it increased by 800% for no reason. There wasn't 800% inflation.
Yeah.
College tuition increased by 800% because they could, and it turned into a racket and a rape job for millennials. Well, sorry you got duped, but you got duped.
I can't for the life of me understand the idea behind a tenured professor. It doesn't make any sense to me, and I don't even know necessarily what it takes to become tenured. And I just know that you're supposed to be there for a long time and blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, once you're there for a long time, you can just kind of like fuck off and do whatever you want, and nobody can fire you, more or less, is what I gather.
Kind of the way it is.
I mean, you kind of have to be a real dick.
It's almost impossible to fire a tenured professor.
Which, in what line of work, especially education, where these kids are paying to become educated, can you just go, yeah, I've been here a long time. I'm not really going to do what I'm supposed. I can do whatever I want now. It's so weird to me. And my son, he had such a bad college experience. These tenured professors and these, like one, he had a professor who, look, the guy's from like India or something like this, does not speak speak English very well. So how are you supposed to understand this professor in a classroom of 300 people when you can't understand what he's saying? No offense to anything, it's just the way it is. Then you stack it on higher then you got the next class, and this professor isn't even there. This professor has his teacher's assistant play a video of the class that he taught last year. The professor's not even there, but the professor's getting paid. He doesn't even have to show up. He can just play a video and not answer any questions, not be held accountable. It's just, I'm tenured. So what are you going to do about it?
So you're paying top dollar for that. For that. You're going into debt for the rest of your life for that.
For a replay.
For a replay.
It seems insane to me.
And I get it, like the premise of tenure is fine. It's like you've been a professor for whatever 10, 20 years, whatever it takes to get to 20 years to get 20. So yeah, you shouldn't be able to be fired when you deserve to. You're a good professor and you deserve to.
If you're thriving.
If you're a good and you're but there's no merit system. Society in America.
It's not a meritocracy.
Does not work as a meritocracy, and that's the only fair thing is a meritocracy. But that's not how we do it.
No, it's not. And look, I'm sure teachers. I don't know what they go through. I'm sure it's a lot, right? And professors, I get it, and blah blah. But dude, you have to show up to work, right? Like. You can't just replay an old video from an old class and have a teacher's assistant do all the shit for you,
can you? I think you can. I think you can. Berlin, she complained when she was going to, to USF about it was all TAs, what do they call them?
Teacher's assistants.
Yeah. It's like, and she complained about the language barrier too. It's like you may be speaking English, but if your accent is so thick that people can't understand, they're not going to. And I don't even understand how do you like interview somebody for a professor and and you're like,
well, that, and then you go to drop the class. It's like, well, why do you want to drop the class? Well, I can't understand anything my teacher's saying. How do you?
It's the antithesis of being a teacher.
It's
like you need to
strange.
be understood. It's kind of important. It's like that's why you went into teaching, to relay your thoughts to other people, but you can't. Oh,
teachers today, I tell you.
Well, I guess go back to the trades. I don't know how trade schools work, but I can't imagine a guy who's teaching plumbing, who's been teaching plumbing for a long time, just go,
watch a video.
Yeah, watch a video on like how do I know? That's where I feel like trades. That's where the value is, right? Like,
yeah,
the hands-on approach of you can't get around this by watching a video or reading a book. You have to deal with it. You have to like put your hands up.
I don't know. Those YouTube videos are pretty handy.
They are handy.
Donna, she does everything with you. She's like, I'm going to replace that transmission. I'm going to watch a YouTube, and she'll do it. See, Donna could have been
fetching her a beer.
Donna could have been exactly. Donna could have been a top line mechanic. She's good at that stuff.
I believe it.
She does all the stuff. It's very emasculating. I clean the litter boxes though. She doesn't want to clean the cat shit. I'm a good cat shit cleaner.
Yeah, there's certain things. Yeah, like I can put stuff away. Like that's my strength. I'll do the dishes. Like you won't see a dirty dish. As soon as somebody puts something in the sink, I'm on it, man, because that's my contribution.
That's me. That's me. I wash the fuck out of those dishes.
Dude. Dishes. That's my jam. Yeah, the wife
you
has to deal with the transmission.
See, I don't know about you. I don't know if you got anything like this. I'm indispensable. I am indispensable because I take care of the animals.
Now I'm out on. I'm still dispensable in that regard.
So we got the 6 dogs, we got the 3 cats, we got the 2 horses. So I'm doing the litter boxes, and so she feeds the dogs a lot of time, but I feed them a lot of time as well. I feed the cats. I feed the horses. The big thing is I take them out. I have to search the property 3 times a day, all around, make sure there's no critters around here before I let the dogs out. Oh, and nobody else is going to do that. Nobody's going to do that. So
your job is safe.
I got my in.
It's true though. I mean, it does take a village, right? But it's that thing of if you weren't here, who would do it? It would fail. The system would fail. But if she wasn't here,
almost everything.
The system would fail.
Everything would fail. It's like I don't know I don't know a single password.
Oh God.
I don't know anything. I don't know. I mean, anything that needs done. It's like I got that $15,000 bill for my rabies shot.
Yeah.
She called and got it down to 0.
If that had happened to this day, you'd be thinking that you owed $15,000.
I would owe $15,000 for the rest of my life. Yeah. See, I'm not going to do that. You see, so we each. Mine are more like cavemanish, lowbrow tasks, but they need to be done.
Here's what we do, you and I, together. We do things that nobody notices that they're done, but everybody would notice if they weren't done.
Boy, if those litter boxes weren't cleaned, you'd notice it.
But it's not a thing where you go, and thanks for cleaning the litter box today. These are things that just sort of happen. They take place.
Exactly.
Time moves on.
See, there are times, maybe maybe a day and a half where I didn't get to the dishes. Boy, there's a big stack of fucking dishes here.
Yeah. And you're looking at it like, well, is anybody else going to do these dishes? I didn't think so.
And the dishwasher will stay cleaned.
Yep.
And done for a month. And no one would ever think of emptying that dishwasher. But I will.
We sound like such cunts.
Hey, it's the 2 cunts. The 2 cunts. Here we found our niche. Hey, are you an emasculated man who doesn't know how to do shit?
Let's talk pussy. Just us talking about our household chores. Is anybody on Twitch feeling this? Is anybody on YouTube feeling this? Like, is anybody as emasculated as we are? Are we?
They're probably just ridiculing us.
I was thinking that too. I would imagine the majority of the listeners probably know a lot more about life.
See, Skunky Monkey says, "Okay, let's talk pussy is making sense now." See. There
you go.
There you go, Skunky. Yeah. See, I mean,
I've got
value. I have value. I was,
the value's diminishing though. We've got diminishing value. There's a diminishing return.
They need to sign that deal
because. Yeah, we need to have a chat about that deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're depreciating assets.
Depreciating.
Because for every cat of yours that passes away, or every horse, your value, your book value, your Kelly Blue Book value is going down.
Oh, and like my value was never higher. Just a few months ago, when Buttercup, who didn't have any teeth and had to be fed by me 6 times a day. and nobody else was going to do
Yep.
that. And I took great care of Buttercup, but now we had to put her down because she had massive
your Kelly Blue Book
went
value
down,
went
it
down.
went down, way down.
Big Carvana,
down.
it wouldn't even look at you right now.
Like I've been totaled.
It's a total job.
Strider 2002 says, "Damn, I'm late to the show again. How can I get the replay or download?" Well,
It's funny you ask.
it's funny you ask.
You can get that. Oh, go ahead.
No, you start.
Oh,
and
I
then
was
I'll
gonna
finish.
say
You start and I'll finish.
You can get it on Spotify, TuneIn, of course, on YouTube. We put them up there as well. Also, clusterfshow.com. It's everywhere. You can, of course, get those. Of course, also, we want you to like and subscribe as it helps us with the YouTube algorithm.
Yes, we really,
How's that?
we should really be pimping the like and subscribe.
Yes, like and subscribe.
I want to get a big trophy when I get like $100,000 YouTube followers.
Now, what they do? A trophy?
They give you a trophy.
What does it have on it? Like a trophy?
Nah, it just says you got. Yeah, it's like whoop-de-doo. I think it says whoop-de-doo.
Who do you get the trophy from?
It says in its
Wait.
then it says good luck monetizing this shit.
I'm so confused. Who gives you a trophy?
YouTube.
YouTube gives a trophy.
Yeah.
Is it like a participation trophy? Is it kind of like
no, if you get like a bunch of followers.
So if you get a bunch of,
I'm waiting for my TikTok trophy.
I'm
I got 600,000 followers. I didn't get a trophy. Didn't get a trophy.
TikTok doesn't even know who you are, bro.
They don't.
And they don't care.
It's like, it's like there's like something, it's like there's something there. Like it's in my hands. Like, 60,000 followers, 600,000 likes in a very short time. I don't know. I don't know what to do. It's too much. I don't know what to fuck that shit.
Maybe we got to take that deal. Maybe.
We do.
Yeah.
I need somebody to just tell me what to do.
It's like Deal or No Deal.
Here's money. Do this. That's what I need. That's what I need. I was really good at that for a long time. Here's money. Do this. I can do that.
Yeah. You pay me, I go.
I go hard. I go hard.
I know.
Me go hard. Give me lots of money. Go hard.
I show up, me work, me leave.
I mean, I'm not a motivated guy, Matt. Like this, I like this. This is like once a week, 2 hours, 3 hours, a hang. But you pay me to do a job, I'll do it.
Well, you're not helping our deal right now.
I'll do it. No, I do there's never a time, even when I hate, at the end when I didn't like my job, I still did my job.
Still do it, yeah.
And people are like, yeah, he brainwashed me. Like, man, you were phoning it in. You can play the shit I did at the end, because I would never phone it in, because I'd be embarrassed to have something played that wasn't good. Are you crazy? I'm going to phone it. Here's some shit. Play my shit and let everybody know it's shit. Fuck.
Yeah, it's still your name on it at the end of the day.
My name. I'm not going to ever do that.
Yeah. I even look at people who work remote, and they work remote and they'll call in sick. And I can't do that. Like, I would never do that unless I was on my deathbed or something. I can't call in sick if you're working remote. Like, it's just not a thing that,
because it's like,
it doesn't feel right.
You're home already. How you calling sick when you're home?
I could crawl from my bed to there's a different mentality of workers in general. I don't know.
I never called in sick. I mean, I did. I called in sick, but it would only I would even I'd be halfway to work, and I'd be like, because I talk like that.
Yeah.
It's like this. Nobody wants to, I've listened to radio. Nobody wants to hear you on radio, and you're like, what do you think, man? Said, nobody wants to hear that. That's all. If I couldn't talk, I'm on radio. Mm-hmm. It's pointless to come in if my voice is so affected it sounds like crap. I never called in sick other than that. I loved, what I did.
Yeah, I think I may have called in sick twice, maybe 3 times over my entire tenure.
And you were probably deathly sick.
Yeah, even if I was at a club till 3 a.m., I would go from the club to the studio. Like, it's just what you have to be there.
That's what you
gotta
do.
show up.
That's
what you do, right? But I remember one time I had flown to. Remember, I did Sally Jesse Raphael.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what a miserable experience that was. But I had to fly up to, I don't remember if it was in Chicago or New York. I literally don't even remember. But wherever the show was taped, Sally Jesse Raphael, that blonde-headed bimbo with her terrible red lipstick and her shitty red glasses. And
how did she make it?
I don't know. I have no idea, but it was on the air for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways,
Sally Jesse Raphael, everybody knows the fucking name.
Yeah, I had to do Sally Jesse Raphael, and then I flew home, and I was really, really sick because mostly the weather change. I wasn't prepared for the weather change. I didn't have coats and sweatshirt, anything. I was an intern.
No one ever taught you that if you went up north, you might want to dress warm.
It wasn't even that. I just didn't have it. I just didn't have anything.
You were an intern on the Bubba Lossman show.
Like I just didn't have anything. And so I got back and I was sick, and I left a message on, I think it was Cowhead's machine of like, hey, I'm not going to be able to make it in tonight, tomorrow. I just got back in. I feel terrible, all that stuff. And I really, really was sick. And what happens? I get fired. I got fired for that. I just flew for like, I got nothing out of this experience at all.
Yeah.
Except humiliated and mocked and whatever it was at the time. And I still got fired because I didn't show up, and I'm working for free. Like, fuck you guys. That's the kind of shit.
How long were you fired before you came back?
I think that one was like 2 months.
2 months.
Or something.
How many times did you get fired?
Twice.
That
was the first time I got fired because we were at Mugs and Jugs doing a liquid lunch or something like that. Like a radio station promotion. Actually, it wasn't even a radio station promotion. I think we were all, like, it was a show lunch, and it was with this lady who had these gigantic breasts. Like, the biggest breasts in the world kind of thing.
44 triple Z's or something.
Yeah, it was something weird. And at Mugs and Jugs, I think the cuck, like, wanted me to pull out my cock or something.
Oh. So
like,
you got to draw the line somewhere.
At Mugs and Jugs? And I was like, I'm not going to do that.
That's called a...
It was super weird.
Jail time is what that's called.
Now it certainly would be. It was so strange. And I was like, I don't want to do that. He wanted me to like do it on stage or something. It was really, I was like, I'm not going to do that. And so Coward comes out, he goes, hey man, you're fired. And I'm like, this is how it is. But that was the first time. And then the second time was the Sally Jesse. But I think that was the only 2 times. But I also realized at that moment, I don't want anything to do with this fucker at all. Like, you know,
if you were, as I should have been wiser, you could have, after you got fired for not whipping out your penis, you should have sued.
Oh, looking back on it,
and you don't sue, you don't sue the fat man. You sue the company because they got the deep pockets. It's like yeah, I can think of multiple instances.
Oh my God,
like 1,000 instances where people could have sued.
Oh my God,
and just broke the bank right there.
Oh yeah.
You just don't think about it at the time. It's like it's just part of your daily. It's part of your daily routine. Where you're like, oh, this is actually a lawsuit that would win. You just don't think about
it. Easily.
You're just in that world. You're in that world.
Yes.
Like he nestled up like 3 or 4 people. For assault and battered them, and those people they just didn't think of what really they had. They had they had a $50,000 settlement in their pocket. Oh
well, yeah, at least
just a settlement. I mean, but you're in that world and you're kind of hypnotized and brainwashed,
and you're not thinking about like, hey, this really isn't normal for the workplace.
It's like it's like, can you imagine if like Mark Zuckerberg throttled up one of his assistants?
No,
it's like that's millions of dollars.
Who's the guy who's the celeb that just got hit with one? Oh, Vin Diesel.
Did he?
Yeah, he got hit with one. An assistant accused him of like masturbating in front of her in a hotel room, like during the filming of Fast and Furious, like 15 years ago or something like that. And it's like, oh boy, here we go. And then Louis C.K. tweeted to him like, "Hey man, any advice?" I don't know what the fascination is with the guys dropping their pants and thinking that's gonna,
but like
go over well.
I think it's like like you're into.
It's different if both parties are into it, but if one girl you're just going to masturbate in front of her, like what's?
Well, I think that's what you're into.
Okay,
like if you're into masturbating in front of a girl who doesn't want you masturbating in front of her. Yeah, and, you know, she's like, "What the fuck is going on?" And you're like, "Yeah, and you can't leave because I'm famous, bitch." That's what it is.
But isn't it a weird one though? Because how can you? I'm not even going to say it. You just don't know who's into what or who's not into it. Like if you're the.
Yeah, but there ain't no girls into watching guys jack their dicks.
There is.
Not many. That's not a thing.
It's a thing, man.
No, it ain't.
It's a thing.
Where is it a thing?
I don't know.
It ain't a thing.
I've seen some websites. It's a thing. No, I don't. I'm sure it's a
bunch
thing.
Of dudes watching dudes. There ain't no women There's no. It's not a sensual thing.
Like, it's very utilitarian.
Like women could pull it off, you know. But a guy's just like. There's no guy.
What do they sound like, the Gasparilla Parade?
Yeah, there's no sensual masturbation for a man. It's violently disgusting. It's not pretty.
I guess
that's why, you know. Have you seen a scene in a porn where it's like it's just a dude? You know, there's not a lot of that.
I always turned down the sound. I'm like, I don't need to hear that.
Matt makes his own sounds.
I like silent movies.
Buster Keaton. Have you ever seen Buster Keaton porn? You don't even know who Buster Keaton is?
No clue. Who's Buster Keaton?
I mean, there's only 2 silent film stars.
Charlie Chaplin. That's the only one I know.
Keaton. Buster Keaton was a silent. He was like, you know, he was just like.
Was he as cool as Charlie Chaplin?
He was like he did a lot of physical stuff. He was an amazing physical comedian. He was Jim Carrey. It's silent Jim Carrey.
Was he a rich man's Charlie Chaplin or a poor man's Charlie Chaplin?
He was a Charlie Chaplin rival, I would say.
Oh, okay, all right.
It looks as if we have to end the broadcast.
Oh,
and then we'll do a little more for the VIP. I hate to end it.
All right,
Dude, so easy. Here's my list. I didn't talk about none of that shit.
Oh, there's a list.
Maybe we can talk about the list later.
All right.
Yeah. Maybe we'll need the list later, but I didn't need it at all.
Wow. All right. Well, I guess that's that.
That's that. Every 2 weeks we do the hang. We just fucking talk for days.
Well, we'll have to
7-hour podcast.
I know that's the thing about the other deal. It's like, do we want to?
A lot of hours.
A lot of hours.
I mean, what if we see? Like right now, I love you, buddy. Love you.
25 hours a week.
Oh, that fucking Matt. Fucking
Mike.
He's been saying some shit that's getting under my skin.
All of a sudden, there's parody songs being written.
Yeah, it's not about you, Matt. Yeah. All right. Thank you for Skrider 2002 subscribe for 12 months. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening to The Hang with Mike and Matt. Let's see what we got going on YouTube. Anybody still there? Fucking
like and subscribe.
Go to
Spotify.
Promo.
Look up The Hang.
Yeah, follow us wherever we may go. You never know where we may go.
Wherever we may end up.
Yeah, and you guys will still be here for you guys.
Of course.
Because you got it before anybody else got it. God damn it. Love you people like